So, hello everyone. This is Kishore Kumar, Assistant Professor of Management, Government First Grade College, Vijayanagar, Bangalore, and welcome to the online session on email marketing. Okay. Now, as we are studying digital marketing, email marketing is one of the major source of marketing communication. How we get in touch with the customers, potential customers. Okay. So there are different online media channels through which we get in touch with our customers. We communicate our message, be it related to new product, new service, or be it related to any news about the company achievements, fundraising, or some patent if the company has got some price discounts, etc., etc. We communicate through websites, through our messages, through WhatsApp message or text messages, or through Facebook, like social media, different social media channels, etc., etc. Now the challenge here is to make your customers visit your website. You have to pull them. You have to pull your customers to make them visit on your social media pages. Let it be YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, whatever, or website in that case. What do you have to do as a company? You have to pull the customers to your sources of digital marketing. Now, this email marketing can help you push the message to the customers. Now, there are always two strategies what the companies use whenever they are doing the marketing. One is pull strategy and another one is push strategy. Okay. Pull strategy is customers are taking an interest and they are visiting your website or they are inquiring about your products or services. This is your pull strategy. So you have created awesome product, you have created awesome service. There is such a great value proposition, right? There is a great value for customers, what they are going to get out of your product or service. So because of which customers, they are attracted towards your products and services. You don't have to do much. They themselves will search and come to you. That is pull strategy. Next is push strategy. In push strategy, there is so much competition. Customers are bombarded with messages, already overloaded with messages. They are getting so many messages, marketing messages from different competitors. They don't have so much time to go through each and every message. Now that time, what you have to do, you have to push your products and services to the customer. You are pushing, literally pushing, you are trying to create your space into the market and get in touch with the customers. This is your push strategy. For example, you take snacks market. Okay, Lay's you take TikTok, you take Parle, you take Haldiram. There are so many snacks. There are even locals who are manufacturing snack items. Now, customer here, there is so much competition and customer involvement is very, very less. So customer is not doing extensive research. You never ever think about buying a 5 rupees, think so much about making a decision of buying a 5 rupee chocolate. You don't do optional collecting information, data analysis, generating options, option evaluation, like should I buy eclairs or should I buy 5 stars or should I buy dairy milk, etc., etc. You don't do that. You just go, you buy a chocolate. You ask for dairy milk. If not, then you will take 5 star. Okay. So because risk is very less for customers, so involvement is also very, very less in that case in decision making. So when there is decision making, involvement is very less and there is huge competition, then you have to push. Now, email marketing is one of the options to do push marketing, where you are directly getting in touch with your customers. You are pushing your marketing message to customers directly into their inbox. You are trying to get directly in touch with your potential customers and communicate your marketing messages. So this being one of the source of direct marketing, that to direct digital marketing is very popular across the enterprises. It is very popular. All the companies, they do email marketing. All the companies, be it technology based companies, be it consumer durables or perishable goods, whatever type of company, they do all the except small scale industries or micro enterprises, all the majority of the companies, they do email marketing. Now, say 2010, before 2010, the penetration of mobile usage was very less. But nowadays, you will see mobiles are a part and parcel of life. You cannot imagine life without mobile. Okay, and mobiles are available everywhere. Even in a small village, you will see the mobiles. That too, smart mobiles. Okay, touchpad. Keypads now are like outdated. Now, when so much penetration of mobiles, so much penetration of internet, data is so cheap in India, like you get 1.5 GB per day. Now, there is a great opportunity for companies to go for email marketing. You will have emails, Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Reddit. Okay. So any mail you have, but you will definitely have one email ID which you will integrate with your mobiles and you will be using it. And all these companies can collect those email IDs. They can purchase all those email IDs and start sending the email campaigns. So what is email marketing here? We are directly trying to get in touch with the potential customers and deliver the marketing message. Like sharing information or marketing communication over email directly to the individual customers. Now, for example, if I am putting a video advertisement on YouTube, it is open for everyone. Anyone can come and watch that video. If I'm placing a hoarding somewhere in Bangalore, let's say near the Majestic, that hoarding is open to view for everyone. Anyone can view it. He may be a potential customer or he may not be a potential customer. Right? So likewise, if I'm putting my advertisement in magazines, okay, that magazine can be read by anyone. Right? That magazine may be available till the next edition of the magazine. Or if I'm putting my advertisement in the newspaper, that newspaper will be read for today or tomorrow. No one is going to read the today's old newspaper. So my advertisement is done. And again, whenever I'm printing in newspapers or magazines, who is reading my advertisement, whether he's a potential customer or not. What at the max I can say, 20 lakh Times of India newspapers are sold in which my advertisement was published. I can only say that how much the circulation is. I cannot say that out of 20 lakh, what is the customer profile? Who are my customers, potential customers? What is the size of market? I will not be able to tell. Likewise, email marketing, in other case, email marketing is directly what you people are sending to the individual customers into their mailbox. Because now there are mobiles, any and every person has access to Gmail or Yahoo Mail. They will open their email IDs, go through your emails. Okay. So chances of hitting to the potential customers are high here. Now, this is what email marketing is. Like basically you are sending marketing communication over the email directly into the customer's mailbox. Now here, this is very, very cost effective. Very cost effective. Like MailChimp is one of the most popular email marketing tool which is used by the companies. Very, very popular, very simple to use, easy to configure your emails, create your email list and send the email. They will charge in paise, like they will charge less than 5 paise, okay, per email what they send. So, but if you compare the cost with television advertising, like you can go to website Ant Media, one of the very, very well organized website, Ant Media. If you are interested in media analytics, advertising, okay, so you can go and visit this website, antmedia.com. They have mentioned the prices of advertising in newspapers and on television channels, different language or regional channels, national channels. Okay, they will tell you how much is the cost for your print advertising based on the size you want to select. They will tell you what is the cost based on the length of your advertising and how many times you want to repeat the advertisement. So they will tell you cost. You can go and refer that website and media if you are very much interested in advertising sector. So they charge you in lakhs together. Okay, they charge you in lakhs together. Even advertising on the front page, they will charge. Small advertisement 2 into 3 centimeter advertisement in Times of India or Deccan Heralds in classified section will cost you 2,000 rupees. 2,000 rupees. That too you can mention only 10 to 15 words. But here, the cost is very, very cheap. You don't have to worry about going and approaching some third party. You can sit at your home on the system. You can design your email, different varieties of email you can draft. You can only make the text available. You can make the videos available in the emails. You can make the flyers available on the email. You can only send the links, right? You can also share the video links. You can share the videos, the video files. You can send PDFs, words, PPTs. So many things you can share through the email. There is no limit. But in the TV advertisement, you get only 10 seconds. You have to deliver the message in 10 seconds. Likewise, in the print advertisement, only that space is provided. In that only you have to do it. Next time you want to change the strategy, huge cost. Here in the email, you can do the edits. You can do test marketing very easy, very, very simple. You draft, you send to the test market, get the response, you do the modifications. Any time you can change, next time you can deliver the different message from the first message, right? So very cost effective in terms of drafting and delivery. Less time to consumers, time to reach consumers. Like if you want to print in Times of India, then first you have to approach, negotiate, contract, sign, payment. Then your advertisement will get designed. Then it will get printed. After printing, that has to be delivered across Karnataka. After delivering, it has to reach the POP, point of purchase. And after reaching point of purchase, customers have to come and purchase. Or someone, boy has to go and deliver the newspaper to individual houses. So much steps. Here, you sit at home, you have the email list, you prepare the email, you just select the email list to which you want to send and click send button. That email will go within a fraction of second to all the 1,000, 10,000 or 1 lakh email IDs, whatever you have, within a click. So time to customer is very, very less. Okay. So here chances of pilferage is very less. What happens majority of the cases is you are planning a strategy, you are planning an advertising campaign, or you are planning a marketing campaign. There is a possibility of same campaign being done by other company. Okay. So customers are not able to differentiate. But in case of email marketing, You draft it, design it, strategize it today and deliver it. Done. Before other company even think about the same campaigns. Next is customization. Like I said, you can have only text in the email. You can have images, you can have videos, you can have documents, you can have landing pages, you can have flyers. Varieties of emails you can create. Okay, so that is one of the customization. Also, you can customize as per the customer profile. Like if your target market is unmarried people, unmarried employees of companies, then you can design your message different way. Prepare a separate email ID of such people, deliver message in that way. Like you have married women, prepare a separate list of such customers and design separate different type of message for these people, send it. Right? If you have someone who is above 45 with a kid, for him you want to communicate, so prepare a separate list, then you draft your email according to his likes and preferences and then deliver the message. So you can customize. Likewise, strategic planning. You get a lot of time to do the strategic planning here. You can plan your messages, you can plan your email designs, you can plan your what kind of what levels of communication you want to carry out with the customers. So strategy planning, how much money you want to send, when you want to send the email, at what time of the day you want to send, how many email IDs, what is the customer profile to whom you want to send. You can do all those strategic planning. You do it in all other advertising. Here also, in addition to all other benefits, this is also one of the strategic planning benefit, also one of the advantage. Next is your control on email messages. So you control what message to be delivered to the customer. Like this time I'm doing a campaign, what type of message I should send this time. After 8 days I'm sending, like today I'm sending like Ramzan 25% discount. So from Monday to Wednesday, this is one message. Next time I can also send another message. We have come up with a new offer. We are giving 50% discount. I have control on it. I can redesign. Anytime I can change my messages and deliver it to the customers. So there is control. Even there is a control on whom I am sending my messages, whom I am sending my emailers. Like, what if that email ID, or what if the newspaper is read by a kid who doesn't have purchase power? No use. What if the message has to be read by actually a housewife, but working woman is reading it? So here in this case, I can control to whom I have to deliver these email IDs. Whenever I collect the email IDs, I am not just collecting the email IDs, I am also collecting the demographical information about that customer. Like if I purchase email IDs from Google, imagine Google will give me all the demographic information of the email IDs. If I'm taking from Facebook, there is a lot of discussion on Facebook. Facebook will give me all the information. You're already on Facebook. So I get so much demographic information. So here, sometimes customers only, once they visited my website or once they have visited my store, they have filled the forms, they have provided their email IDs. I have created all the database. I've created customer profile. Then I will define whom to deliver and whom not to deliver. So there is, to a certain extent, I have control on who is going to open my email and read it, to whose Gmail account inbox it has to be delivered. For example, it has to reach Kishore Kumar, then it should reach Kishore Kumar. It should not reach Kishore, or it should not reach Kishore Mule. It should reach only Kishore Kumar, then I have to send it to Kishore Kumar. That is the specific control we have in email marketing. To a certain extent, I can make sure it is delivered to the potential customers of the company. That is one. thing here available along with the kind of message I'm going to share in the emails. Okay. So this is all about the introduction of your, say, email marketing. Now let's have a look at the types of emails that are sent by companies. What are the different types of emails companies usually send? You already may have Gmail account, I believe, because you people, most of you have out of 44. I have received 41 email IDs. Okay, 3 are not available, and 1 girl who is not reachable. Now, all of you have Gmail IDs. If you open your Gmail IDs, you get different type of emails. Okay, there are 3 sections. One is your inbox, where direct messages are displayed or important messages are displayed. Then there is one promotional and there is one social, in which if you look, you will see all the promotional message emails in that section, or your social media messages in social section. So 3 sections they have made. Gmail has made it available. So as soon as you created your email ID, you might have got welcome. Okay, welcome email. If you have purchased something on Flipkart, you might have got a thank you message for placing the order. If you have added something to the cart on Flipkart or Amazon and you left it there, you have not closed the cart, or you have not removed that item from the cart, or you have not placed the order, then you will get a reminder message saying that you are not, your cart, there are items in your cart, please visit and place the order. You might have also got emails from colleges, emails from some training institutes to come and take admission for certification courses. You may have also got emails related to job opportunities. Okay, different types of emails. What you get? Different types of emails. Okay, you get into your email boxes. So let's see, as a company, what type of email it can send to the customers. Okay, what type of email marketing messages you can send. So first one is e-newsletters. Just like printed newspapers, these are also newspapers or newsletters which share only information about the company. Here the intention is to share information and keep the customer informed. There is no intention of the company to make customer take any kind of decision. They're not trying to make the customer, influence the customer, or make him purchase or take any kind of action. They're just trying to keep the employees, keep the customers, existing or potential customers, informed about the developments of or happenings in the company. Next is your direct mails. Direct mails, basically these are promotional. These are promotional emails, indirect emails. Here you are trying to influence the customer and make him take a decision. Okay, you're using the IDAS concept here, right? You are trying to attract, inform, create a desire, and make him take an action. So these are direct mails. You are talking about the promotional offers, you are talking about the discounts, you are talking about the new product arrival, etc., 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 and you are asking the customer to take a purchase or trying to influence him to take a purchase decisions. So promotional emails are direct mails where you talk about, basically sales pitch is what we can call here. This is a sales email. Next is transactional emails. Transactional emails. So this is about your purchase, post purchase, or pre-purchase or pre-order, right? And payments. So basically these emails are like when you purchase, you get a thank you message. After post purchase, you may get asking about your feedback or thank you for, you might have, you have received your product, please confirm, right? Or you have received your order, please confirm. So such kind of messages you get after post purchase. Next is pre-order, before order. Okay. So as I said, like you have added item into your cart, please place the order or please review your cart. Right? So before placing the order, you are getting, or you are also getting an email saying that you may be interested in XYZ product. Would you like to buy it? So before placing the orders, you are getting email. Next is payments. Reminders where like electricity bill or your credit card bill, your telephone bill, or any sort of bill that you have to pay, you may get an email asking you to due date is so and so, please pay. That is one thing. Second thing, after making the payment, you may get that email saying that we have received the payment. Thank you very much for paying. Likewise, even companies after you place the order and pay money, you will get an email saying that your order has been received, and there is also a success message saying that we have received your payment. We will process the order. So after you make the payment, you get email confirmations from companies about your order, about receiving payment from you. So these are all your transactional emails. Next is your events, event emailers. Okay, or we can call it a personalized. Like for example, if a company is celebrating some event, they may send you an email and ask to invite you to be a part of that particular event. Like basically, email invitation over the email. That is one thing here. Or they are just keeping you informed. Like if Tata is doing a marathon, 10K marathon in Bangalore done by TCS. Okay, so they are sending you emails asking you to participate in the marathon. That is your event, or they are just trying to inform you that there is a marathon which is going to happen. So this is your event email. Another side of it is you get emails on your birthdays, you get emails on your anniversary, your work anniversary, your marriage anniversary. Okay, you get the messages. So personalized messages you get from all the companies where all you have went and provided your email IDs. You get emails from your banks, you get emails from the companies from where you have purchased products and services, and sometimes even you may get emails from your institutions where all you have enrolled for training and certification. Okay, so these are event emailers, personalized like birthdays and anniversaries or company events, invitations. Next is welcome emails. I told you, as soon as you create an account on any website, you get a welcome message. You go to YouTube, you register with YouTube, provide your email ID, you go to that email ID inbox, you might have received a email from YouTube welcoming you. Welcome to YouTube channel, and what all you can do, or some terms and conditions. Likewise, when you created Gmail, you got a welcome message from, that is the first Gmail what you get. As soon as you create your Gmail ID, you get welcome message. Likewise, when you go to Flipkart and register for the first time, they might send you a welcome message. Right? You go and register with some online news channels or newspapers, e-newspapers. They will welcome you, saying that welcome on board, or welcome and thank you for subscription, etc. Okay. So welcome email. Basically, they are trying to make you feel comfortable. Okay. Next is your seasonal campaigns. Okay. Seasonal campaigns. It happens a lot in India. Okay, we celebrate so many festivals, different religions. Okay, different types of festivals, different customs. The way we celebrate is also totally different. Okay, so companies keep on designing different types of marketing messages. They provide different types of offers. Different products are at sale during those festivals. Okay, so such times they run campaigns, seasonal campaign. Some Diwali you get a different type of message. Ramzan you get a different type of message. Like New Year you get different type of message. Then Christmas you get different type of message. Black Friday you get different type of messages, right? So based on celebrations, based on religion, based on customs. So we need to know what all type of festivals are celebrated by people when all they go out and spend money. So then only we will be able to run the seasonal campaign. So first we need to understand the culture of countries and their festivals, their religion, to design the seasonal campaigns. It is done by majority of the companies. Majority of the retails, especially fashion retail, cosmetics, they run such kind of campaigns. They give discounts, offers during seasonal campaigns. That is one of the options. That is one can be done. Next is your triggered email series. Triggered email series. Basically, this is automated emails. These are automated emails. Automated. You may get email from income tax department, and below that there is a disclaimer saying that this message is auto-generated. Please do not reply to this message because there is no one to monitor or reply to this email. So such emails, automated emails you receive when you do particular action online. Okay. When you placed an order, do you think someone is sitting in Flipkart, seeing and waiting for you to place the order? As soon as you place order, he will write and send you an email saying that thank you for placing the order. No, it is automated. The emails are already there. Template is already there. Only they will replace your name, amount, and product that you have ordered and company from which you have ordered. They just feed it to the template and they send you the email automated. The email, this transaction-based email, what I said, your cart is empty or there are items in your cart. You think there is someone who is sitting in Amazon and looking into all the people's cards who has left card without purchasing and all? No, these are all automated. They do customer profiling. They understand customer behavior. There are robots. They track the behavior. Automated emails are sent. So this is based on customer actions. Different types of emails are sent to the customers. One type A action, one email. B action, another email. So this is automated emails. So what we can deliver to the customer. Like I said, welcome email. Do you think Google, Alibaba is sitting there and sending you emails? Or someone like who has done a MBA marketing or MBA in that case in general is sitting in Google office and sending as soon as you create your Gmail, they are sending you thank you email? No, it is an automated email. As soon as you took one action, you triggered the email, which is an automated response. Okay, so this is one of the again type of email what we can, what a company can use. Next is connect via social media. Connect via social media. Suppose your company is hosting a live session on Facebook. Okay, how you communicate this to your customers? If you directly go and keep on telling on Facebook that we are coming online Facebook, You're telling only in Facebook, no use. Those people only who come to Facebook, that too on your page, only those people will be informed. But same thing, if you draft an email, send it to all your email database saying that there is an online session which is going to happen on Facebook, so and so time. Customers are informed. So if there is a doctor who is going to talk about chemotherapy or cancer, okay, what are the different treatments available? And he is going to come live on YouTube. How many people will know that doctor directly? Or doctor as an individual, to how many people he will be able to communicate? Or that hospital in that case, or his company in that case. But same message, if we push it through emails, the reach is wide. Reach is wide. That is what connect via social media. We are asking customers to come to our social media websites, social media pages to be informed or to understand about our stories. Okay. So connect via this one. Next is, this is again I can just list it down, like cart abandonment. I have told this one. Cart abandonment. You try this. You go to Swiggy. You go to some hotel, restaurant. You add some 2-3 items to your cart. Leave it. After one day, 24 hours, check your email ID from which you have registered or downloaded Swiggy app or Zomato app in that case. From that Zomato or Swiggy to your email ID from which you have downloaded the app, you might have got an email saying that there are items in your cart. You can do this trial also on Flipkart and Amazon or Big Basket in that case. Add some items, leave it there. 24 hours or 48 hours, you will get an email reminding you that there are items in your cart. Please place the order. This is cart abandonment emails. Next, the last one is, the 10th one means re-engagement. Customer re-engagement. Customer re-engagement campaign. Basically, these customers, they have purchased product or service from you, but due to some reason, now they have become passive. They are not active. So what you are trying to do? You are trying to give some stimuli to these people to take some action. Basically, you are trying. They are sleeping. You are trying to wake them up. Okay. So they are not active. They have not bought anything from you from in last 15 days. Okay. So slowly they are going to go out of your list of customers, potential customers. So what you are trying to do? You are sending emails to such people, giving some special offers, special discounts, and trying to regain their trust, or trying to make them purchase the product and services again. That is the intention. So this is customer re-engagement campaign. Okay. So these are the different types of emails what we can send to customers. So let's quickly have a look at what are the advantages. We already discussed. I'll just list them down here. See the advantages and disadvantages. As we have discussed already, advantages is traceability. Traceability. Next is instant delivery. Instant delivery. Next is your personalization. Personalization. Uh, Personalization. Next is campaign testing. Campaign testing. Next is pushing the message. Pushing the message. Cost. Compared to other sources, cost is less here. Cost effective. Easy to. It is also eco-friendly. Okay, eco-friendly. These are some of the advantages of your email campaigns. Like traceability. If you use MailChimp, you will come to know exactly how many people have opened your emails. How many people have received your emails? I mean, how many people email has hit into how many people's inbox? Okay, that is delivery rate. Then I will come to know how many people have opened. I will also come to know how much time they have spent. I can also track if there is a link mentioned from that link, whether customers have clicked on that link and went to my website. I can track that. I will come to know what is the bounce rate. I will also come to know how many email IDs are fake or their email has not reached to how many email IDs. I can take those email IDs separately and delete those email IDs because now they are not at all active. Our email is not going to that particular inbox. Okay, so I can do that. Traceability. It happens with any paid service. What you take, they will provide you this service. They will help you understand all these email campaign success rate. Next is your instant delivery. As I said, within a click, fraction of second, your email is delivered to 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 or 1 lakh email IDs. Personalization. You can create the content as per the company requirements. If you want to text message, text email. If you want to send some images, send images. PDF, send. Videos you want to share, you can share the videos. So different types of messages. From company point of view, from individual's point of view. For women, you want to deliver different message. For kids, you want to deliver different message. For married, you want to, men, you want to deliver different message. So you can also customize based on the demographics of your customer profile. Next is your campaign testing. So here, out of your 1 lakh email IDs, you can select only 100 or 1000. You can send the email IDs to those 1000 and see what is their response. Then you can generalize. Okay. Same thing if you want to do with print advertising. Imagine you want to do test advertising in print and you want to publish in Times of India. Times of India will not reduce any cost because you want to do test advertising. Because their effort is same. You do test marketing or you do full-fledged campaign. Efforts are same for them. They will charge the same amount. So it is cost for you. The cost is more. So if you come up with a new shampoo, you want to do the test marketing, you go to some village, you have to give the samples. Free samples you have to distribute. The cost increases for you. But here, for delivering the messages, delivering the images, videos, etc., there is no cost. You can just deliver, do the test marketing, modify, and come to the final draft. Next is pushing the message. I told you, pull strategy, push strategy. Apple, before sale, before they announce their new product, already orders they have received. There is waiting time. Pull strategy. Right? Same happens with the Duster, Renault Duster. Waiting period 6 months. Hyundai Creta, waiting period 6 months. Same happened with Royal Enfield, waiting period 6 months. Pull strategy. Push strategy. This is where we can use the email marketing, where we are trying to push our product into market because of clutter in the marketing field, or there is so much competition in the market. Cost effective, I told you, they will charge you per email that is delivered, they will charge you in paise. So cost is very, very less here, and it is eco-friendly. No paper, no ink, nothing. You just have to draft the message and send it. So there is no, say, water pollution, soil pollution, cutting of trees, that is deforestation, etc., etc. is not there. Okay. So these are some of the advantages. So let's have a look at the disadvantages quickly. Very simple to understand. Disadvantages. Disadvantages are undelivered emails. This is one of the challenge. Undelivered emails, email overload, Next is technical product explanation. Next is response delay. Next is communication preferences. Next is resources. And the last one is spam softwares. Okay. So these are the disadvantages of email marketing. Undelivered emails. You don't have any control. You have 1 lakh email IDs. Many of them are not active, or many of them are not reachable, out of office, or they have been deactivated. If you don't use your email ID for 1 year, 1.5 years, it gets deactivated automatically. So if you have an email database which is outdated, and you use that email database, you are sending it to the wrong site because that data is outdated. The majority of your messages are undelivered. Email overload. Customers get hundreds of email in a day. Okay. Overload. Hundreds of email. They are getting social media, emails from different companies, email from company, work emails, friend emails, etc. So many emails they are getting in a day. So making customers to click on your email, open and read it itself is a challenge. So there is a possibility that he may overlook. Next is technical product explanation. It is very, very difficult to explain product over email. Like it is very difficult to make them explain how your fridge works. Very difficult. Right. Or any scientific product or mechanical equipment in that case. Very difficult to make them explain technical product to the customers effectively on email. Next is response delay. You can send, but you will get the response whenever the customer wants. Like we sent you Google Forms, you will fill it whenever you want. Right? Same way, you will get the emails, but you will reply whenever you are free, whenever you feel like replying, then only you will open it, read it, and reply. companies do not have any control. So there is a response delay. Like quiz is created, Google form is shared with you, or quiz is created on Google form and it is shared with you, right? Now only 20 people are taking the quiz after 4 days, right? It's because delay. You will open it when you want and fill it when you feel like filling. Next is communication preferences. Okay. Customers have preference towards type of communication they want to receive and also type of language they are comfortable with. Some may be very comfortable with say Kannada, some may be comfortable with Hindi, some may be comfortable with English or their regional languages. Okay, so it is very difficult to customize as per the communication preferences. Company can draft emails in English altogether or in Kannada altogether, but imagine if they have to draft in 14-15 languages. Very difficult. Customers have preferences, but company has very limited resources, or it is very difficult to understand the customer preference related to communication. And also some of them, they do not want email communication, they want videos, they want newspapers, they only trust after watching the magazines or newspapers or hoardings, right? So customer preferences towards communication or delivery, source of delivery or source of message delivery preference is different from customer to customer. So they may not prefer email communication and trust. Next is resources. Type of resources required for strategic planning for email drafting, email content, type of messages, type of images. We may be very good at sales. We may be very good at recording, advertising, or talking, but our communication, writing communication may not be good, or understanding customer profile we are not good at. So different types of resources are required for company. So what they have to do, majority of the time, they have to outsource. Like I talked about MailChimp. Company do not have a resource in-house, so they have to purchase this from outside. And also it has to have people who take care of this email campaign, drafting, designing, strategic planning, preparing the email list, sending, tracking, etc. So people are required for this, and resources are limited for company. Last one is spam. Many of the companies, like Gmail itself, if you activate spam, all the promotional emails that you receive in your inbox will go to spam. You as an individual, you can make the setting, you can activate spam, and automatically all the promotional emails will go to spam. And individual customers never ever open the spams. You can never ever open the spam. So all effort that you are doing is gone for toss. You are sending the emails, but it may not reach the customer. It is not going to his inbox. It is going to his spam folder, which he is not going to open at all. So it is very challenging when all your customers have activated spam settings. You will never ever able to reach such kind of customers. So this is all about your email marketing, types of emails, advantages and disadvantages of email marketing. So hope this was helpful for you people in having an overview of email marketing and all together, right? So thank you very much for joining this session on email marketing. Have a great evening, and as I said, we'll continue informal session just for 2 minutes, just to get along with you people, right?